Good basketball team. I think one of the better offensive teams in the league. I think you usually sit here and talk about them being just an outstanding defensive team. I think one of the things when you evaluate them is their ability to score the basketball. So it's a kind of night that if you don't guard and get back and defend the three line, those are the things that you really have to do to meet success.
Is there a sense with you and the team that you want to go up there and kind of show these guys that the first time around wasn't a fluke? I mean, they didn't exactly give you a lot of praise or credit for the first time around.
I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, they really didn't, give, our kids or the work ethic that took to win the first game, a whole lot of credit for that game. But, we've had some success in that building. I think we've played well there in the past. But none of that stuff's really, relevant unless you win the basketball game. So, we came off, I think, a week that we played very well. Have found our offense again a little bit. And you're going to need that. This is a kind of a game that, you're going to need to put up, somewhere between, 72 to 77, I think, to have a chance to win in their building. So, our kids will be ready to go.
Jerry, is Ryan feeling a little more better with this
yep.
mask?
Yep, definitely. Has kind of gotten used to it now. He's had, a week of, couple games and a week of practice, and he played very, very good against Valpo.
You expect them to key on Kendrick and maybe have guys need to step up since he had such a big game against Cleveland State?
Well, I mean, there's no doubt that I think anytime you play in this league right now, KP is the focal point, or the number one guy on everybody's scouting report. So, I thought, Valpo did a good job on him, trying to take him out physically, and did some things. Cleveland State obviously has some very good defenders. They'll chase him and do those kind of stuff. But when you have, obviously, I think, when Ryan's playing better and you have, Bobby, Cam's, starting to score the ball a little bit better. I really hope that we get – this is a great group of kids. And I really hope that we can kind of put it together here this last couple of weeks of playing. I think we've been very sporadic. That all of a sudden you have, three guys have a good game or two guys have a good game and the two guys don't play very well. And I think that's kind of been, unfortunately, our MO all year long. And it'd really be great for a great group of kids here near the end to kind of put it together. And nobody has to have 35, but, Cam plays up to his ability, DJ plays up to his ability-wise, and we can kind of put this thing together a little bit.
Has Forbes really played well better for them the last couple of games, Jerry?
No, Charlie Lee's been the guy, Dana, that's been their leading scorer in the last, if you average your last 5 games together, Charlie Lee's been the guy that's really sent them over the top. I believe he had almost 30, if not 30, at Oakland, and had 25 or 27 at Wright. He led him in scoring, I think, against Milwaukee. If there's a guy that I think that's kind of taken them to another level, I think it's been his play in terms of him shooting the basketball.
Just looking ahead to Saturday, it's senior night. Just what's that mean to these 4 players?
I mean, great group of young men that have been with us, obviously the 3-4 year guys, and, Josh and Mike and KP. Just great, guys that have worked hard every day in the classroom, on the floor, off the floor. Cam's a senior too, that's had a great 2 years, but, those 3 guys have meant a great deal to me, and they're great young men, and they will be dearly missed in this program, off the floor and on the floor.